Okay, so how do you rate yourself in JCL, COBOL, and DB2? 1 out of 5?
Actually, I'm good, sir. No problem.
Okay.
Can you hear me, sir?
Yes, I can hear you. So can you rate yourself 1 to 5 in COBOL, JCL, and DB2?
Can you hear me, sir?
Yes, yes,
Yes.
yes, I can hear you.
Okay, sir.
Can you rate yourself?
Can you
Uh,
please repeat it again, sir?
can you rate yourself 1 out of 5 in COBOL, JCL, and DB2? How much knowledge do you have in COBOL,
Four
JCL,
and off,
DB2?
sir. 4.5, sir.
4.5. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Then let's continue in JCL. So
Okay,
why
sir.
do we require the JCL? What is the
JSL
purpose
means
of JCL?
it's a
Yes. Go ahead.
job control language. Uh,
Hmm. Okay. Go ahead. So why
if
do we
you,
need JCL?
JSL
What is the
means
purpose of JCL?
if you want to run programs like that, we need JSL, sir. Without JSL, we cannot run the or execute the COBOL programs.
Okay. 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 In JCL, there are a few parameters. So there is a one parameter, class parameter. Why do we need class parameter? What is the
It will
meaning of
tell
it?
the nature of the job, sir.
Okay.
Class parameter will tell about the nature of the job.
Okay. Okay. So suppose that we have 3 steps and we wanted to restart the job from second step. How we can do that?
A restart equal to step 2. It will start from second step, sir.
Okay. Good. Have you work on the overriding in GCL? How can we
Overriding.
override?
Okay, sir. I have knowledge
Yes.
on that. Okay, sir. I have
Okay.
knowledge on that. You may ask. No problem.
Okay. So can we override in 2 level proc, or we can override in 1 level proc only?
Is nested procs.
Yes, nested proc. Can we override nested proc?
We can override nested procs.
Okay. So okay, let me ask the question then. So we have a proc A, proc B, and proc C.
Okay, sir.
So we in the proc A we have the DD name DD uh, DD2. In proc B we have a DD10, and proc C we have a DD15, which has a dataset name Kundan dot uh, test dot data 3 and Kundan dot test data dot 10 and 15. So we wanted to override the from the JCL from JCL 1 we are calling the proc A, from proc A we are calling proc B and proc C. So we wanted to override the proc C data, which is DD15, from proc JCL. How we can do that?
Here we are overriding the DD statements, right, sir?
Yes, DD.
First, we need to call the particular proc, sir. Proc equal to A, like B, sir. Yes, we calling the proc name. Then I want to change the D15, right, sir? Means under which
Yes.
step,
It
if
is
we
in proxy.
proxy dot D15 DD, whatever I want to change, I can change the file name like that.
Okay, so where we can do that? We can do this in
Under the
JCL,
job,
or
sir.
we need to.
No, sir. If we want to if we use catalog proc, then we want to call it separately.
Okay, fine. Just a feedback here is that we can't do overriding in the nested proc. If we
Okay.
wanted to override the proxy, then we need to override it through proc B only, not from proc A. So, okay,
Okay.
let's go to the another question. So, in our JCL, we have the job lib and step lib available,
Yes.
available, and then which will get the preference if we have.
Job list is a universal. Step lip means only for that particular step we will use step lip.
Mhm. So in one particular JCL, we have mentioned job lead and step lead also. So
Okay.
step 10, we have mentioned step lead.
Okay.
So uh, if we run that in the step 10, we are calling the program PRG 15, which
Okay.
is available in job leave and step leave also. So
Okay.
how it will search that?
Uh, Actually, the job lib which we write in the job code, it will override the step lib, sir.
Okay, okay, fine. Um, Coming to the other question, do you know a concept of refer back?
Sir, what, sir?
Refer back.
Refer back.
Yes. Suppose that we have a one step in which we have defined some parameter for DT uh, for for data set, and if we wanted to use the same parameter for the other step or some other DT, how we can do that?
No, sir, I don't know about this refer
Okay,
back.
okay, fine. So another question is that what are the ways we can pass the data from JCL to COBOL?
By using the PAM parameters, SNDD star and files, sir. Two files also we can
Okay,
use.
okay. Uh, so suppose that we have in this additional question in this. Suppose that we have a data which is of length 150 character. So
Okay,
in
sir.
which way we can pass the data from JCL to COBOL?
Mm.
Total
PAM
length of record is
parameter will
150.
accept only 100 characters, sir. So we cannot pass through PAM. By using
Okay,
16 star, we can do, sir.
okay, good. Okay, so what is the use of procedure? Why we use the procedure? What is the purpose of using procedure in JSON?
Procedure.
Yes, proc.
Proc. Okay. Proc
Hmm.
means what it means, sir. Um, proc is mainly used if we write one layout, sir, some code in the proc, we cannot touch it like that. So if you want to use that in multiple programs like that, we can use procs. Procs are very useful for that. We can write
Okay,
one code, I mean some statements, and we can use that proc in a number of programs wherever we require.
okay, okay. Let's come to the another part. So suppose that we have a job, uh, job in which we are getting file from some other system. So in
Okay.
first step, we wanted to verify that whether this file has data or not, and
Okay.
if based on that, we will proceed with the further processing. What step we need to do in the here? What we need to do here to verify that whether file is empty or not?
Hmm.
Do you understand?
In VSAM, we can check it by using the print statements like count equal to count of one. If we do like that, if there is any records in the particular file, we will get RC equal to 0. If it doesn't have any records, we will get RC equal to 10. Like that we can
Okay.
do it.
Okay. So what will be the program which we are using here? IDCAM. Okay.
ID cam, sir.
Yes, yes.
Yes, sir.
Addition to this, in this case, we know that file is empty or not. Suppose that we are running this system in the first time, and
Okay.
we first time wanted to verify whether this file is available or not. If the file is available, then we go for processing. Otherwise, we will stop here only. So how we can verify that file is available or not?
In JCL, sir.
Yes, yes, yes.
In JCL. I'm sorry, sir. I don't
Okay,
aware.
okay. So here also we could use the same way. ID cam only, and there is another command, list cat. If the
Okay,
if the
list
return
cat.
code,
Yes,
yes.
sir.
Okay,
It also comes under VSAM only, no, sir. In
yes,
JCL.
yes, yes. Okay, so let's move on. So the one question related to the event. So why we get the SOC 7? What
Okay.
SOC 7
Okay.
or SOC 4? Why we get the SOC 4 or SOC 7?
So if if load modules are not matched like that, we will get socket. So,
Okay, okay. Let's move on to the COBOL.
okay.
So, what is the mandatory section in the COBOL program?
Identification field, sir.
Identity. Okay. Okay. Suppose that we have one name. For example, my name is Kundan Kumar.
Yes.
We wanted to know the uh, length of each of our name, Kundan and Kumar. How we can do that?
We have
We
the
have a
function
bed.
like the function length. In move function length like that, we can know the length of the string.
You can do that. Try to. Let me repeat the question again. So
Hmm.
one variable has a value Kundan Kumar. Okay. So we
By
wanted
using
to.
form parameter, we can do, sir. Linkage section form parameter, we can find the length of the string.
Okay. Okay. So okay. So uh, we have a COBOL program. This program will uses the files. So what are the preparation we need to do that?
Files means first we need to map the physical file with the logical files. Sir. Then we want
Mhm.
to tell what type of variables files we are using. Either we are using the VSAM files or the sequential files. We need to declare that in organization is in
Mhm.
access mode.
Mhm.
After declaring that, we need to retrieve the data. So for that, we need to write in access mode is a random or dynamic like that, and we want to write the programs. And we want to depend upon the VSAM. If we use VSAM files, we need to deal with the keys. If it is sequential files, we can it doesn't have any keys, so we need to perform by using perform it. We want to retrieve the data.
Okay. So, so, uh, uh, so as per you, we need to just mention the link the logical file with the physical file. Then
Okay.
what we need to do? Second step.
Organization is sequential or what type of files we are using? VSAM files or sequential files? We
Okay.
need to
Yes.
declare like
Yes, I
index
got it.
or relative like that.
Yes. Yes, we got it. So, what is the second step? First step is to just linking the logical file with the
Okay.
physical file. The second step, we need to define the layout. So go ahead, you can answer it.
Means first we need to allocations, then definition, then We want to open, then we want to process the files, then we want to close the files. These are the steps we need to follow while writing
Okay,
file
okay,
handling
okay,
programs.
okay. Okay, got it. So one more question related to that only, COBOL, okay, COBOL DB2 program. So if we wanted to run the one COBOL DB2 program, what are the preparation we need to do?
If we want to run the COBOL DB2 program, first we need to pre-compile the COBOL DB2 program, then we want to compile it,
No,
then we want to run
no,
it.
no. Before going to pre-compilation, what are the
We need to,
steps we need to
first we
add in
need
the COBOL
to,
program?
okay, sir. First we need to write one table in the spoofy. Then we want to create a decalgen for that table, and we want to link that decalgen in the COBOL DB2 program and in between exec and unexec by using the include statement. That include will expand at the time of pre-compilation, and also we need to write SQL CA also. It mainly used like file status. This error checking purpose we use it, sir.
Hmm.
And then whatever the working storage variables we need to declare that. Then we need to write in the queries in the procedure engine. That
Okay,
is.
okay. Another question is related to the you may know that a COBOL program can call other COBOL program also. So this call may happen in a static or dynamic call. So what is difference between static and dynamic call?
A static call has only no dynamic compiler, sir. Dynamic has dynamic compiler. Static
Mhm.
has two load modules. One is for main program and there is for subprogram. And for dynamic call, it has only one load module for both main program and the subprogram. If we do any modification in the subprogram, we need to recompile both main program and the subprogram in static call. Coming to the dynamic call, if we do any changes in the subprogram, we need to recompile only that particular subprogram only. No need of recompiling the main program. By the program line, we can say that it is a static call. By the variable, we can say that it is a dynamic call, sir. For small programs, we use static, and for large programs, we use dynamic calls.
Okay. So suppose that we uh, our program failed with uh, some error. We wanted to change the compiler option so that we can see the error listing error. How we can change the compiler option of the COBOL program? What are the way to do that?
Compiler option
Yes,
in COBOL programs, sir.
yes.
Uh, I mean,
Okay.
dynam to
Uh,
no dynam to dynam, like that, sir.
yes, yes. You said that if we wanted to have the dynamic call, we should have the dynamo option. So suppose that we wanted to make this call static. So how we can do that? How we can change the dynam compiler option to a no dynam?
Sorry, sir, I am not aware of that.
Okay, okay, it's fine. So you may know the concept of redefine. Why we need require the redefine? What is the purpose of using it?
Redefine, sir.
Yes.
Redefine allows us to use different data description entries with the same computer storage areas.
Okay. Okay. And addition, there is one more keyword related to the redefine, which is renames. What is the why we use the renames?
Redefines rename, sir.
Renames clause. What is the why we use the rename clause?
Rename clause is mainly used in copy rename. Rename.
Yes, rename. So rename is generally used for the specific. Uh, it has the 66 level number.
Okay, so rename is used to specify the it will regroup the elementary data items are in the record. We must specify the 66 level number.
Okay. Okay. So let's come to one more concept in COBOL only. COBOL sort. So why do we require the sorting in COBOL program, and how we can do that?
Actually, it will what it will do means it will arrange the data in ascending or descending order in the output in the final results.
Okay. So
Uh,
how we can do that sorting?
for that, we need to take one work file like
Mm-hmm.
sort work one on ascending
Mm-hmm.
key. We need to enter
Mm-hmm.
the key names.
Mm-hmm.
Using input giving output. Here we need two files: input file and output file.
Okay. So okay. So let's come to the DB2. So in DB2, um, one question related to suppose that we have an employee table and department table. So we wanted to know the all the employee who is working in department CSC.
Okay, sir. So for that we need to one common column we must declare
Yes,
in these two ports.
yes, uh, in, yes. Both the department ID is available in both the table.
Okay, sir. By using uh, I like select
Yeah, go ahead.
I want we need to find the department number, sir.
We wanted to know the name of the employee.
Okay.
So we have employee table which has the employee ID, employee name, department ID, and there is another table which is department ID, department name. So here we know the department. The requirement is that we wanted to know the all the employee who is working in department CSC.
Uh, then select we need to write aliases sir here like e dot star like d dot star.
Yes, yes, you can do that.
From employee comma department d where department d dot department equal to department
Okay,
number
it's
means all related details will come sir.
okay. It's fine. So, when we are doing the pre-compilation, but do we require the DB2 system to be available that time?
Pre-compilation sir.
Yes, at pre-compilation.
db2 subsystem.
Yes.
Yes, sir. We require for packages. A plan acts as a access path to the plan also that all the information it will store behind in DB2 only the subsystem. It will create a link to the DB2 subsystem. Then only we will retrieve the data sir from the DB2 tables.
Okay. Okay. So suppose that we are getting the SQL code minus 805. Why we get that? When we get
Um,
the SQL code 805 or minus 818.
818 means if the timestamps are not equal, we will get sir load module and the plan timestamps are not equal means we will get minus 818 error. 805
Okay.
means if we don't, if the plan name is not correct means then for such type of errors we will get minus 805 as well.
Okay. Do you know the concept of cursor? Why
Yes,
we
sir. Yes, sir.
use the cursor? Okay.
Yes, sir.
So, what are the stages of using the cursor?
First, we need to declare the cursor, sir. Then we need to open the cursor. Then we need to use fetch and fetch cursor. And we need to close the
Mhm.
cursor.
Okay. Suppose that uh, in one cursor we need to pass the some host variable data. So, at which stage we need to pass the host variable data?
In
At
fetch
declare.
cursor, sir. In fetch cursor.
So we have one cursor. We define the cursor in which we need to pass some input.
Yes, sir.
Okay, based on that, it will fetch the data. So at which stage we need to pass the data input to the cursor?
Input, we need to declare that in declaration cursor, sir. Declaration of the cursor only we need to write for select employee 1 comma employee 2.
Okay, okay, let's come to the another. So do you know the locking concept in DB2?
Locking is okay, sir. I'm aware
Okay,
of that.
okay, do you know the this one isolation parameter?
Yes,
Why we
sir.
use the isolation parameter and what are the isolation label?
Isolation means it determines the duration of the page lock, sir. For that,
Mhm.
we have cursor stability and repeatable read and uncommitted read we have in the isolation, sir.
Okay, okay. So what does mean by cursor stability?
Cursor stability means the cursor is moved to the um, to one record of the first page and the record of the second page, and the first the lock will be over, sir, if the first page is released. It gives only the write integrity it will do. Repeatable read means if you want to retrieve the same record for several times, then only we want to use repeatable read. Uncommitted read means it doesn't have any locks, we can directly use it. It also called as dirty read, we can also call it as dirty read.
Okay, okay. We are getting the minus 305 SQL code. So how we can resolve it? When we are fetching the data from in program, we are getting minus 305. So how we can resolve it?
Minus 305.
Yes.
Sorry, sir, I'm not aware of.
Do you know the null indicator
Null,
concept?
yes, sir, yes, sir. Null indicator, I know, sir.
Okay, so how we can do that?
Null indicator
How?
means if we write any null values in the DB2 table, the host we cannot insert directly into the host variables for null values. So for that, in
Hmm,
that situation, we need to use null indicator concept.
hmm, okay,
It will check whether is there any null value is not there or not in the DB2 table first. If there is any null
hmm,
value, it will set to -1 and it will move that -1 to the host variable of that particular column. And if there is any value in that particular column, it will set to 0. It will pass that value to the host variable of that particular column. Like that, we can find the null value is there or not in that particular DB2 table.
okay, fine. So another question is related to the we have two table, uh, one one table in which we have some primary key and we have also defined the unique key. So what is difference between primary key and unique key?
Primary key means it's a column or the group of columns to identify the row of the particular table, sir.
Mhm.
Unique index, sir.
No, unique key. Yes,
Unique.
you can understand as the index also. So what is difference between
If
primary
you
key and
want
unique key?
to, If we want to access the records quickly, then we want to use index, sir. If we declare primary key, definitely we must declare index key. Without index key, it will throw errors.
Okay, so what do you mean by the referential indicator?
Sir, referential.
Integrity, or tell me the what do you know about the foreign key? Why we
Foreign key
require the
means
foreign?
it's a column or the group of columns whose values must match with the primary key values.
Okay, okay. Let me ask one more query. So I wanted to know the second highest maximum salary for employee from the employee table. How we can do that?
Like uh, select select employee salary from
Mm-hmm,
employee one, where
mm-hmm.
salary is greater than, and brackets we need to open the brackets, sir. Select start from employee 2, where uh,
Okay, okay, got it.
employee salary equal to employee salary 2.
Okay, got it. So one more question related to that. For example, your name is Sai.
Yes, sir.
So, you wanted if Sai, and you wanted to add in your name something else, Sai Kishore, like that. So in table it's available only Sai, but you wanted to display as Sai Kishore. How you can do that?
In DB2 tables and spoofy,
In DP2, yes. Or suppose that your in table, your first name is Sai, second name is Kishore, first name Sai, last name is Kishore. You wanted to display it as Sai Kishore. How you can do that?
sorry, sir, I'm not aware of
Okay,
that.
okay. So you can use the concatenate. So
Yes, sir,
another
I know
question is related.
concatenate. How you we want to, syntax, sir? I'm thinking about the syntax.
Okay, fine. It's fine. So uh, what is difference between union and join?
Union means it will delete the duplicates from the final result, sir. Join means it will merge two tables. In two tables, one column must be common. Then only we can perform join.
Okay. Another question is related to the related to view. So why we require the
View. View means
view? Yes.
it's a logical table, sir. We cannot insert any data in the view. We will store in the system user. Actually, if you want to hide any columns from the user, means for example, I have 30 columns in base table. I don't want the user to see all those columns. I require only
Mm-hmm.
5 columns from the base table. So in that
Mm-hmm.
situation, I can use view. We will
Okay.
hide the tables which columns which I don't want the user to see, and we can
Mm-hmm.
they can use the same data can be used by the different users in different ways.
Mm-hmm.
15 base
Okay.
tables we can declare under view.
Okay. So can we update or delete data from the view?
Can we update or delete, sir?
Yes.
We can do, sir. We can do.
So if we can do that, what is the condition on which we can do that?
Like create
Can
a
we can
view.
yes can we do update or delete in each type of view?